Okay, 34 days away from WrestleMania, and ironically, most of this, Raw was very light on matches and very big on promos. The opening promo between Jericho and CM Punk undeniably submits that is, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the match at WrestleMania. Yeah, Rock, Cena, Rock, John, Dwayne, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's going to be the main event, but the match of the night, bar none, is going to be Jericho Punk. They had a fantastic promo, which then led into a match between CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. A match that constantly kept on getting interrupted for my viewing pleasures to show Santino, Teddy, Jerry the King Lawler, Michael Cole, John Laurinaitis, and Dave Otunga standing there. Every time I come back, I want to see the match. I don't care about Jennifer Hudson's husband standing there, John Laurinaitis, Michael Cole, Jerry the King Lawler, Peanut Head, and Santino standing there. I really don't. That match by itself between Daniel Bryan and CM Punk stands on its own merits. It doesn't need to have that additional, oh, we're going to blend in the feud that we've got between Long and Laurinaitis. You know what? Just make a 4-on-4 or a 5-on-5 elimination tag match, winner take all, book it at Mania, and just get it over with. Start getting your teams lined up. Just do it. But seeing Bryan pick up the win by DQ, it would have been more effective had they had not shown a lot of what happened on SmackDown, with Sheamus running down and throwing Bryan in the ring and then Punk hitting the pinfall on him. Yeah, had they really not shown that, had they instead just showed more of the screwjob finishes, would have been a lot better. But I don't know. Showing that and then doing the exact same spot again kind of ruined what otherwise was a fantastic match. I also really enjoyed the triple threat tag match. I thought that was really good. Between Epico, Primo, Swagler, and R-Truth and Kingston. I thought that was a really solid match. And then when Kane came down and laid out 4 people, my first thought was, maybe at Mania you do a fatal 4-way tag match where you've got Epico, Primo, Swagler, Truth, and Kingston, and then Kane. And then Kane by himself can become the tag team champs. Might as well. I mean, he's done it before. Might as well do it again. If you want to push Kane as an unbeatable monster, make it so that it takes 2 people or 1 John Cena to defeat him. Kelly took on one of the Bellas and got a pinfall. Okay. That match really had almost nothing going for it. Eve got in the ring, and by that time my DVR caught up to live TV, so I had to pause it so I could clip my toenails. And I'm like, alright, let's hear what her amazing promo is going to be. It's not my fault that I'm beautiful. Drop the mic, leave the ring. Go back there and Kelly be like, I thought we were like friends and stuff. What? I don't know who is writing this, but wow, is that horrible. The whole time Eve was in the ring talking about how hard it is to be beautiful, I was hoping either like Beth Phoenix or Farting Natalia or Karma would have came down and laid her out. Just period. Just done. Actually, okay, speaking of Karma, CM Punk brought up the Chris Brown thing. So I'll speak on this real quick. I think CM Punk is a ridiculous stand-up guy. Calling out Chris Brown for, abusing women. Yeah, it does seem like it's one of those things where it was a small thing on Twitter. Someone said, who would you want to fight? And someone threw out Chris Brown. He's like, yeah, I think we could beat up Chris Brown. I don't think it's really Punk's position to try to get into a fight with Chris Brown. I think you pick somebody like Beth Phoenix or Karma. I think if Chris Brown, has this thing where he occasionally likes to hit a woman, If he did a couple years ago, doesn't matter. I don't know him personally. Don't care to know him personally. I don't even care for his music. But I think CM Punk easily whoops the crap out of Chris Brown. Easily. I think you put him in the ring with a woman who will whoop the ever-living crap out of him. He wants to hit someone like Rihanna? Fine. Let's see him take a punch from Karma. That's all I'm going to say about that. So let's see, I think I'm pretty much caught up with most of the matches that happened. Which is kind of sad. Oh yeah, Miz took on Cena. I like seeing the more aggressive Cena. It does make him more entertaining. You know, when he comes out, he's just vanilla and he's just a super guy. I thought Miz cut a pretty decent promo on his way to the ring, saying, "Come on, then in Mania." It's probably because from Mania last year, you've kind of sucked. I mean, he had so much momentum before he got that title. Then he got the title. He seemed to just kind of stagnate. Who knows? Maybe he'll become part of Team Laurinaitis, and maybe they'll throw Alex Riley on Team Long. Who knows? Could be interesting. The matchup that was ridiculously short with Sheamus and Show versus Henry and Rhodes. I like how Rhodes brought up he's doing the whole, embarrassing things that Big Show has done. And then Big Show, like a house of fire, demolished Mark Henry. And then Sheamus tags himself and it's a bro kick 1, 2, 3. And I was like, wow, that was a really, really fast match. Got the point across, you don't piss off the Big Show. And also continued the storyline between Cody Rhodes and the Big Show. So not bad. And The Rock came out. The Rock is still probably one of the absolute best people when it comes to being on the mic. And of course, The Rock will also be at WrestleMania New Jersey next year. To fight who, I don't know. I still think Rock Undertaker at WrestleMania would be kind of awesome. Just saying. But knowing that it's going to be around a little bit longer makes me think he might actually have a chance of beating John Cena. Predominantly, this could be seen as like a passing of the torch match. But there's so much more you can get off of The Rock beating John Cena. So The Rock cut a otherwise really fantastic and solid promo. And if you want to know what he said, just look at what trended worldwide on Twitter from like 10:15. And then John came out. And John kind of got under his skin because when John was talking to The Rock, you can tell. Rock's nostrils were getting kind of flared. He's getting kind of glassy eyed. I'm thinking, The Rock, John Cena's really getting The Rock. To the point that as soon as he left, he essentially mouthed obscenities to him. After he said, doesn't matter if you want to call me Dwayne, The Rock, the People's Champ, the Brahma Bull, he ran through all of his nicknames. He said, doesn't matter. He's going to whoop the crap out of him. Which is good. I want to see these two guys at their maxed out aggressiveness. These two guys need to get in the ring. They need to spit all the bile and vitriol they possibly can in the promos leading up to it. And when that bell rings, those two guys need to be like the immovable force and the immovable object. They just need to hit at each other as hard as they possibly can. This is probably going to be a career-defining match. People look back at Hogan, Rock, but the problem at that time is Hogan was so past his prime, the match wasn't that good. Rock still has a lot left in the tank. Cena, pretty much at his prime right now. So you got a guy slightly past his prime and a guy in his prime. As opposed to when Hogan fought The Rock, Hogan was way beyond his expiration date. Rock still in his prime. So those two guys have to put on the match that is going to be worth the price of the pay-per-view for the casual wrestler, casual wrestling fan. If you want to see the best wrestling match, we're probably going to have seen this side of, Steamboat Savage. Yes, I said Steamboat Savage. It's going to be Punk and Jericho. But we'll find out in 34 days.